room. Try. Are you kidding me? I don't even know if that worked. Well, I'm sitting here in my living room trying to get my freaking iPod re-enabled because it's. Duh. I need to. iPod is disabled. Connect to iTunes. Okay. Cool. I go to iTunes. Whoa. I'm not offered for support in general because this was manufactured more than 5 fucking years ago. Why? Why? That's my question. Why? So I called them, like, before I even figured out that I wasn't even offered for support in general. So I called them. And the guy's like, oh, I get this automated voice dude who's like, thank you for calling iPod Tune, whatever, iTunes, iPod touch thingy, whatever. And he's like, what are you calling for? And I'm like, oh, I'm calling for my iPod. He goes, oh, is this the iPod that you purchased on December something of 2010? And I'm like, yes. Like, yes, I'm finally getting somewhere with this. Finally. And he goes, whoa, you were out of warranty and cannot talk to an actual person. And I'm like, I can't talk to a person? I can't talk to, And I looked at the phone and go, this is bullshit. I hung up. I tried it again. When they said, oh, I figured, okay, maybe I can do one since this was my second iPod Touch. It's charging. I don't even know why, it's disabled. But, because my first one, the screen looked like that, but all over the place, like it was cracked. So I got a new one. Yes. Where was I? Oh, yeah, so I said no. And then he's like, oh, can I please have the serial number? Serial number. I can't get into my iPod. How am I supposed to access the serial number? So he's like, and he just keeps going. He's like, which can be located in settings or on the back. So I look on the back of my iPod, which is scratched and dented and stuff. So I have to look all the way down here at the very bottom of the thing. Very effing bottom. And I'm standing there and I'm like, there, 6, 5, 2, whatever. I'm trying to read it. And I don't even know, I put in like 2 incorrect ones. And so then it finally connected me to this guy who's probably in like India or something. And I'm like, I can't understand him. He's speaking English, but like he was like, thank you for calling tech support, blah, 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 blah. And it's like all molded together and it just sounds all like this and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know how to speak like a guy who has an Indian accent. But, so I'm talking to him and he's like, oh, can I have your serial number? And I'm like, oh, and then he tells me which can be located in the settings or on the back of the iPod. And I go, I can't get into my iPod to access my settings. He's like, oh, well, so that's a problem. And I'm like, yes, I can't get into it at all. He asked me if it's turned off, like it won't turn on. And I'm like, no. I'm like, it turns on, but it won't let me in. It says the iPod is disabled and I need to contact iTunes. So he's like, okay, well, it should be on the back of the iPod too. And I'm like, well, I don't see it. There's a lot of numbers back here. And they're like, oh, wait, I got it. And I'm like, sorry for taking so long. And I'm talking to this guy. I give him the serial number. I might have had it wrong. I'm not too sure. Because I think it might have been in C instead of a G or a G instead of a C. I don't know. One of the letters I got messed up. I don't know. So I told him, and then he's like, well, it's I'm getting an invalid serial number. What's your email? I'm like, oh, I can't access it. And he's like, oh no, I just need to know what it is because then I can go in, even though some details might be required and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it to him. And so I gave him it, which was some old Gmail user email thing. And he's like, oh yes, you purchased it 3 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I purchased it 3 years ago. And he's like, unfortunately, you're out of warranty. So you can't talk to an actual person. But you can sign up. I don't know, he was speaking something. I'm guessing it's what the automated voice was telling me. I can sign up for a care safety plan thing for $19, not including tax. Whoop-de-freaking-do. And I'm like, okay, sure, but I didn't hear the whole money part, so oh yeah, so you want me to get, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, connect me to that, you know? Oi, the. He's like, now I just need your credit card number for that. I'm fucking teen. I'm 15. I don't have a credit card. I don't even have a debit card. How am I supposed to have a credit card before I have a debit card? What? How does that work? I don't get it. And I just hang up. I go on to the internet and I figure, well, now I know the serial number. I can just like chat and I can type and stuff. No, it won't let me do that. It won't let me do that. And I'm pissed. So it says, okay, here, let me actually find it to see what it says. Oh, okay, yeah, it's right there. Got it. Okay. We're sorry, but that product is not eligible for support in general. Products that were manufactured more than 5 years ago are not supported by this program. So I can't get support. I can't get this fixed. I have to go out and buy a brand new one and buy all the songs again and try to download all the songs of the CDs that I do not. There is a deer in my yard. That is very weird because I do not live where deer should be. That is very okay. But no, like, I'm not going out, I'm not buying a whole new thing. I'm gonna go down to an Apple store, or I'm gonna keep calling until they let me get this fixed. Because that's bullcrap. That is bullcrap. I don't know if anyone else had this problem, but I had to rant. And I had to put it on, on the internet. Because I hate iTunes now. iTunes, I lost all faith in iTunes. I mean, why? Was that what this world is coming to? Making you spend money that you don't have? I do not have money. I do not have a job. I cannot get a job. I live with my dad. He is a single parent. He does not make that much money. And we were spending money on my sister. I'm not even getting into that. Because this video is going very long. But, just, no. Why? I hate iTunes. Sorry, but I just had to put it out there that I hate iTunes. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but God, hate it so much. Makes me want to cry, even though I don't cry. I'm not physically possible to cry. This is going on 8 minutes. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm sorry if you've watched this all the way through, and you're like, well, and if you comment, well, you shouldn't have put it on there or something, or like iTunes, if you just give me bullcrap, I'm gonna delete the messages. Sorry for the swearing and all that stuff too. Oh look, my kitten came to say hello. Look, there's my kitten. Mwah. Mwah. Okay. No, stay here. Okay, fine, go away. Ow! Your claws hurt. Okay, I'm done.